Hello, Messingers here. Today, I want to hone in a little bit on SEO agencies and link building in particular. This is really relevant to large SEOs as well, but generally people who are trying to scale up and do more and better SEO. So I see a lot of agencies consistently underestimating the amount of work that it is to build links in-house. So if you're running an agency, you'll probably tried it. So figuring out how to do large scale outreach, how to hire good people to do it, how to get consistent results is not easy. And therefore, a lot of agencies naturally end up outsourcing or getting companies to do the link building on their behalf. Now, there's a lot to be said about metric and different sort of reputation of different companies and what's the kind of links that you're after. But the fundamental aspect is that link building is a complex or fairly complex part of SEO. And because of that, a lot of the time, it makes a lot of sense to let other people do it for you. Now, when you're doing that, understanding exactly what you're buying is important. And when you're looking at this process, again, I don't want to tell you what type of link to buy and so on, but it's important to vet the different agencies that you're working with to make sure you get good outputs. One of the things we have seen incredibly valuable is to use agencies or platforms where you can actually pick the specific links that you want for your clients, right? A lot of the time with many agencies, you're simply handed a bunch of links when you go and buy 5 links, for example. They give you 5 links. They might say, is this okay? But generally the focus is on them fulfilling, which in general is great if the quality is good. So when you're assessing it, that's important. Now, there is other options out there though, and one of the personal favorite that my team have really enjoyed utilizing is a platform like WordPress. Now, why is it great, or why is it maybe better or worse than other alternatives? So first of all, the simplicity of it, the ability to find the specific links that you want from very simple search parameters is very, very strong. Now, to give a little overview of the WordPress platform, now, the reason I really like WordPress and other similar platforms is really because you can pick your own specific links. So on a platform like WordPress, they basically have great sites that are listed. So they vet sites, they make sure they're decent sites, they make sure you have the right owners, etc. And they let people sell you links. So rather than having to do all the outreach and finding all these potential links, you can actually go and connect pretty direct to the different link sellers from the different companies. And it really makes the process a lot simpler if you're currently at a stage where you're looking to be able to pick the links on your own. They also have an agency solution where you can get them to do it. But I would say my team in-house particularly love the ability to go and really pick the link that we feel are the right links for the particular sites that we are dealing with, right? Now, without further ado, I want to let Stephen talk us through the platform. So Stephen volunteered to spend a little bit of time just going through the platform. So I will hand over to Stephen to walk us through and help you all understand how to utilize the WordPress platform.
Before I start sharing the screen and show you how easy it is to use the platform, the pillars of our success or WordPress's platform, they're all based upon transparency. And that's what's really missing in the link building industry, which you rightfully said. People hand out spreadsheets after spreadsheets after spreadsheets. Either half of the data is incorrect, or agencies selling you a package of links, but you've got absolutely no idea what's it going to do to your brand value, to the traffic, all of that. And we obviously spotted a gap in the market, and that's why we become so big so quickly, operating in 27 markets, where our English markets being our most stronger areas. Having said that, we obviously have put a lot of human element to it, because with platforms, sometimes you kind of lost tackling all the project work with technology, whereas here you can talk to your account managers, you can talk to the outreach team, you can talk to the country manager, you can talk to someone like me. I look after the English markets. So it's like the best of both worlds, where we combine technology with a lot of human element. For anybody to create an account on our platform, it takes no longer than 36 seconds. There are no contracts to sign, no retainers, no extra cost, no hidden fee at all. So once you log on to the account, there are two tabs to it, because we as a platform, what we encourage is website owners and then the marketeers who want to do the link building or digital PR. They kind of do it, the entire campaigns on the platform, and we kind of moderate and monitor that both parties are being looked after. Of course, marketeers, where they're spending the money, are the most important ones for us. So once you log in, make sure you're on the marketer side of things. Our platform has grown tenfold over the last 10 years, because every 6 months we add some fantastic new features to it, so that people don't have to be dependent on your spreadsheets at all. Reporting, analysis, all of that has been looked after here. But let's start from the basics, where people simply want to build links. They've got an X amount of budget. They want to do, I don't know, 30 links in a month's period, but they want full transparency, complete control of it. All you do is you go to My Projects and you simply create or add a project page. And once you start doing multiple projects with us, as you see the list below, it starts telling you how many links you've built for a certain brand for a period, up to a period of time, how much did it cost you, and if something's in progress, these buttons here, once you kind of click on them, and if the number featured here was 5, it'll show you what's the status of each and every link. However, to get to right from the beginning, how do you create a project page? You hit the green button here, name on the project, and you simply title it, I don't know, link building for maths. Web address will be your target URL. I'm going to pick a random one at this stage. Desperate, language of publication, English. Country, you pick the one you want. I'm going to stick with UK for now. You hit save, and the AI of the platform takes about 15 seconds to just qualify and make sure the landing page is what it really is. There we go, link building for maths. And just as you would do on Amazon, on eBay, trying to find a pair of trainers, and you fill out certain filters. Our platform is the equivalent of that, where all the filters, 42 of them, split into 4 categories, and we've made sure that we've covered each and every aspect of it for people to fill up, so they get exactly what they're looking for, whether it's fashion related, whether it's crypto, CBD, I don't know, could be hospitality, whatever that might be. All you're doing now here to kind of identify which websites would match your client, you need to obviously go through our inventory, which is upwards of 80,000 websites. And we're adding 400 to 500 new websites every month. So it's a never-ending list for people to kind of come back to and keep building their links. However, I'm going to tell you the most important ones and the most common ones with which people use. Theme, 42 here. Bear in mind, try not to go too niche, because then you sometimes miss out on certain quality websites. I'll give you a specific example. If your client is within the finance sector, then make sure you're picking things like business company, e-business. You're going finance. Even some fantastic news websites would have that. Even some of the IT related websites would have a section talking about finance. So make sure you are picking enough categories or niches within our list not to kind of undermine the search results, yet you guys benefit from it. Country, of course, as we were talking about, let's stick to the UK. Do follow links. That is if you're doing it for SEO purposes. You go further down, SEO filters, the most important one. I think it's the perfect time for me to mention this. We just don't allow any random Tom, Dick, and Harry to jump on the platform. We are very strict in vetting what style of websites we onboard. We don't onboard PBNs. These are all real, authentic websites where we've got personal relations for a number of years with the editorial team or the owner of the website. So what you get here by using WordPress's platform is a absolutely up-to-date editorial guidelines, pricing which is not going to break the bank, and people won't quote you numbers pulled out of thin air. We don't do that. Why? Because we A, respect the money people are trying to put in, and B, the world's more educated. They know how much a link would be costing if it's DA 30, 35, 40. So we're not going to provide a service yet take or put an additional margin of 500% or even 100%. We don't do that. That's why what you'll see is a very highly curated list, and it doesn't break the bank. SEO filters, as I was saying, we don't allow anything below minimum domain rating of 20. So let's start with DA of 30, DR of 30, Hrefs traffic of maybe 1,000, 3,000, and then tag enough articles because you want to make it look very organic and editorial if you're obviously doing SEO link building. So you pick the first two options: tag at advertisers' discretion, or we do not tag any paid articles. What that means is they're not tagging it by the word sponsored or advertorial, which of course there's no value, there's no relevance to it when it comes to the eyes of Google. So you can do all of that. And there's another fantastic feature here is excluding domains linking to me, because we've had certain agencies come to us where they don't want to use spreadsheets anymore. They don't want to buy link packages, yet they've done a bit in the past. So you can literally copy and paste your entire blacklist here. And once you hit search at the end, after fulfilling and entering all the filters here, our platform automatically deduplicates the blacklist, which is fantastic. No other platform offers that. The filters I've mentioned here are some of the most important ones and the most used ones. Once you've got that, you simply hit search. Our platform then not only shows you the name of the website, but we've got integration with Hrefs, with Moz and all of that, and it shows you current SEO matrix. One thing I said at the top of my presentation, transparency. That's what we are proud of, and that's why people love us, building multiple month campaigns with us. People who use us, they normally stay with us unless and until their budgets have been taken away or they've achieved what they wanted to achieve. They'd absolutely find no reason to walk away, considering the transparency and control we offer. Now, what you're doing is, of this exhaustive list here, you're trying to shortlist the ones you like. All you do is you keep hitting on the favorites tab here. So what it's doing is our system is creating a favorites folder for you, which means tomorrow, if you want to come back after you've had a sleep through and think through, okay, let me try and place the orders now. You don't need to go and search for those websites again. You simply come back in, hit on the favorites, hit search, and it's going to just pretty much bring you a shortlist, which is so easy to do. Once you've done that, we do want you to have a further deeper dive into the technical aspect. You hit on the name of the website, another window opens. What you see at the top of your screen here is content assessment score and tech assessment. This is what my onboarding team does once when we onboard in the website, and then once every month to be absolutely sure that the websites are not being penalized, the traffic's not falling off a cliff, yada, 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 all of that. But of course, we need technology. So as I was saying, we've got integration with Hrefs and Moz, and you see exactly a bit more info, which is useful for all the SEO guys. Once you've been satisfied with the ones you want to go ahead, you go and press see offers. And this is where we, again, trendsetters, we market disruptors, where we've got a very specific editorial guideline. How many links can be allowed? What should be the style of the article? How many characters? All of that. So again, people who are wanting to use our platform, I would highly, highly recommend make sure you guys are using and reading the offer description. I won't lie that sometimes, editors do reject the articles, which is probably 1 out of 10 articles. But that only happens is when people are not reading the offer description and submitting, I don't know, completely opposite to what the editor wants. And the reason they want is, as I said, we've got real websites and they're very specific about their SEO standards. Or the SEO of their specific website. So they don't want to be linking or guest posting anything which is harmful for them, which means they might have a Google penalty. So make sure you're doing all of that. And once you're done with this, place an order is really simple. You select. This stage, our platform gives you 2 options. Do you want to give us the copywriting, or do you've got your own article as well? Again, a lot of agencies are very happy giving us the copywriting as well. As you see, again, it's not breaking the bank. Anything from 416 words going up to 1166, anything between 3 to 5 business days is all it takes for our copywriting team. They're all in-house. They're not freelancers. They're all sitting here in our head office, churning out. There's absolutely zero AI, so be very careful. And these are all industry experts in every specific field you can think of. In case someone wants to check the quality of it, simply click on the hyperlink here. It takes you to one of our previously written articles. This, I think, was something to do with tech. Yeah, you go through the content, and hopefully that's crisp enough for you guys to then go ahead and give us the copywriting order as well. And if you want to do that, depending on the length you want, You hit on that the option, and you now give the title, whatever that might be. And if you're unsure, simply pick suggested relevant title, the theme, if this was finance, and just a couple of lines. Please write a SEO optimized article, and yada yada yada, whatever you want. You give the brief to the copywriter, and then the link and the anchor text, you simply place it here. Normally how I do it is link is, and I copy and paste anchor, whatever that might be. Or you can tell our copywriting team to come up with an anchor based on the keywords you guys are targeting. Once you've done that, you simply add it to the cart along with the websites you've picked. And at that stage, you can simply go to the cart, as I was saying, it's as easy as going to eBay or Amazon. It tells you how much to pay, and we've got 3 payment options. You can either do credit cards, bank transfer, or PayPal. I think it's worth me mentioning at this stage for agencies and brands. What you see on the platform is all for self-service help and paying up front. But if there are companies who would want to make sure that their cash flow is not affected, because quite clearly agencies also invoice their clients at the end of the month, simply email any one of us at YPress. We're very happy to give you a credit limit. Again, no contracts to sign, zero obligation, and we invoice you at the end of every month with a 30-day payment term. Happy days. Everyone's happy, kind of winning from it. Once the order is placed, the clock is ticking. Again, we're very proud. We are the quickest on the planet when it comes to publishing articles when the content's been written. 72 working hours. That's what we endeavor. I'm not saying we guarantee that, but we do endeavor getting everything live within 72 hours. Again, it comes back to our fantastic relations with all the editors, the website owners, where we've had relation with them for a number of years. Once you've placed the orders, all you do is you keep an eye on your inbox, because when you open the account, your email was linked to it, and you keep getting email notifications. The content's ready to approve. Please approve so it can go for publication. Approve the published article, confirm the content. So if you had given, taking the same example I quoted based on the demo. So the content's written, you simply go approve, you scroll down, you look at your brief, as this is an actual live brief from a client, and you see how the content's been written, what the link is, where the anchor is, and if you're very happy with it, simply press approve, give it a star rating. The article sent automatically to the publisher for publication. If you want something changed, it's as easy as sending someone a text message. Submit comments, write whatever you need to write, submit, send. The copywriting team gets an email. Your account manager gets an email. We get that fixed within 24 hours. Once that is fixed, you get the same notification back on your to-do tab saying it's all been fixed, please approve. And then once the link goes live, the money actually doesn't come out of the client's account. It's kind of in a limbo where we haven't been paid, the publisher's not been paid. Why? Because we want you to be happy with it. As it says here, approve the published article. Yes, the link is live, of course, but we're not still charging you unless you're happy with it. There you go. You look at it, you compare it with the live link, and only when you're happy, you hit approve and it moves on. Bear in mind, though, there are 3 to 4 days kind of deadline to verify, because quite simple as that, our publishers need to be paid as well. So this can't be just sitting in someone's account for a week, because clearly it shouldn't take that long. So if you haven't had the time to approve something, our AI checks everything automatically. And if they see the anchor and the link is fine, it's going to automatically approve it. Having said that, that does not mean if you realize something's wrong 2 weeks later that you can't do anything about it. Of course not. Email your account manager and we'll make sure that is fixed ASAP. But then the reporting and analysis part, as I was saying, it's very easy. If you start scrolling down, it starts telling you how much you've spent with graphical representation, but also the entire account. How many links have you built since the beginning? How much money you've spent with us, which is amazing. No everybody out there kind of, offers you this. And this way you keep a fantastic control of what's going on. One last thing, for larger agencies where they've got lots of SEO consultants working on different projects, we offer something called sub accounts, free of charge, which means on one account, you can have multiple accounts. There we go. I'm going to show you for this client. There you go. Hundreds of different accounts here. And it's very easy to prepare. You simply add the user, assign the credentials, but then you, as the account owner, you decide what access would they have, cash out or no. The ones which I normally recommend to all the bigger agencies is to switch this feature on. Access only to your own projects and portals, which means, there's no reason or situation to perhaps place an order on the wrong project. Doesn't happen, but it's always nice to have that. And this way, people are very happy running it. The account I'm showing you, it's one of our biggest accounts, one of the biggest agencies. They've been with us for over 12 months. And all of their clients, the entire link building, they do with us across several spaces, whether it's law, CBD, crypto, fashion, beauty, perfume, you name it. So I think in a fairly rather large nutshell, this is how easy the platform is. Yet your account managers are always round the corner to lend you a helping hand. For example, we do have a separate approach, and again, we're not charging anything incremental on it. We don't, invoice you extra for that. If you say, guys, everything's fine, but I'm running short of time, I just want to have the overview of how things are moving. When it comes to placing orders and approving all of that, can you do it on my behalf? Or can you, I don't know, vet websites based on the brief? I can simply send you on an email, a 2-line email. Simply send out a file to me. I'll pick the ones you want. And then we have to place the orders on the client's behalf. We also offer that. So as I was saying, again, another thing at the top of the meeting, we offer the best of both worlds. Self-service, but then full agency service as well. And we're not charging anything. So, I always say this at the end of a demo to my client. Don't trust me. Seeing is believing. Create an account. Takes 30 seconds. We're happy to kind of give you even a voucher for £60. Place a couple of test orders yourself. See how it is. And then, of course, we can talk campaigns you want to do with us. And everything's up for grab when it comes to doing dedicated outreach, discount models, whatever that might be. Our ethos is scaling up and making our clients really happy within the link building industry, which sometimes, to be honest, is not the easiest industry to deal with. But that's where the gap in the market is. And that's where WordPress has been really successful in helping agencies all around the world and scaling up their link building campaigns. So yeah, that's about it, to be honest.
Perfect, Stephen. Yeah, and to be honest, like working with the WordPress solution have been very straightforward, right? So as I said before you jumped in, was fundamentally for me the ability to just very quickly pick the sites that we want links from have made it so much easier for my team to validate. As you say, like my experience have been that the sites on the platform are decent, right? A lot of the time when we get big lists from somewhere, it's always like, 90% of it we don't want to touch. The benefit from my experience with WordPress is that, 70, 80% of it is something we look at and we're like, okay, that works. So it's incredibly easy for my team when they're building out sites, when they're building out links to do it. And again, as you said, with the sub account, so we can give each of our staff, we can give them a budget on links and so on, right? And it's super easy to run through. It's super easy to use, and realistically, it's quite a bit cheaper than when we used to pay agencies just flat fees, right? Because they often charge 3, 4, 500 per link, and the quality of those links can go up and down quite significantly. So we have definitely cut a lot of time, and a lot of the agencies that I've been working with and coaching are also agencies that are now using WordPress, because it takes so much effort off the plate, right? And for me, definitely the outreach piece itself, like if you don't have a team doing it, like setting up email marketing as its own is a pain in the ass, right? Like there's some great tools out there like Pitchbox and so on, but reality is, if you can cut that time away, for me, it's cutting the staff away. Like we used to have a separate team of 6 people who were just doing outreach nonstop, right? Yes, we probably did save a little bit of money here and there, but realistically, the headache of not having to manage these people, not have to deal with all this email sending, not have to like just take away that concern and literally get it managed by a tenth of the capacity, and we know what we're getting as quality. So for me, that's definitely a big win. And again, as I said, many of the agencies I've worked with have benefited big time from that, right? Because particularly when you're starting out in the agency world, like you need focus, right? You need focus to do sales and marketing, to bring in new clients. You need focus to make sure you get delivered. And honestly, I recommend most newer agencies to white label as much as they can, even the doing of the SEO and all of it in the initial stages, right? Because for an agency to grow, it's all about making money. It's all about getting money in. And a lot of SEOs, they love doing the SEO piece. So as soon as one client signs, they're just busy doing the work, right? And they just let go of acquisition of new clients and so on, and they just do the SEO and trying to deliver, right? But realistically, if you want to build a big agency in a reasonable time frame at least, you're better off getting as much of the things off your plate as you possibly can. Right.
I agree. I agree. One of the biggest pain points everyone said is managing that outreach team. It just takes countless hours trying to negotiate, reach out to those people. And then if you throw in an agency, which, as I said, is not charging you an arm and a leg for that service, it's too good to be true. I've had clients on call where they're like, hang on a second, mate. So that's free. That's free. That's free. You're not charging me a lot of money. So hang on, where are you making your profit from? And that's exactly the message we're trying to pass on. We want to be completely the opposite to what the industry narrative is to build links will cost you millions of dollars and it's so difficult. No, it's not. If you do it with the right agency, with the right platform, then you'll be very surprised that you can actually benefit so much. So, we've been in the English markets just under 24 months, but the success we've had is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, who wouldn't like to sign up? You sign up for free. We're not charging you. We're not making you sign any contracts. There are no monthly retainers. There's 100% transparency. We do outreach for you. We give you a discount structure, and we can invoice you with a credit limit. It's an absolute no-brainer.
Fantastic, Stephen. Thank you very much for joining me. That was a great walkthrough.